everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'll be talking about the spreadsheet now from Rocket. This is the sixth of the first spreadsheet, and it looks like as well that the tier 2 spreadsheet will be coming around maybe the 8th for the first to or the 10th of the first, while game changes is still to be determined. However, I would not be making a video on their spreadsheets. It would just be about VCT. But I'll be happy just to maybe quick maybe like a little maybe a video maybe about challenges or tier 2 I should say, but not really tier too short. So let's have a look. Let's have a look now at the Americas first, and there's quite a lot of things we kind of mainly need to talk about, which are mainly, of course, mainly talk about Leviathan. Also, before we get into Leviathan quickly, I just want to mention that Evil Geniuses looks like Comet's going to be gone because of Lev, and Nature is now likely to be joining the team, so that's now another player that we can add to EG, along with Jogmo and the coach of Potter. The main issue that everyone is mainly having is with Leviathan. Now, this is just because of the whole controversy basically with Nosweir, and basically, so for some context, I think the management of Leviathan held a meeting around Christmas Eve or Christmas, and basically all agreed to kick Nosweir out. Now, originally we thought it was the players who basically had a meeting with the staff and the management and wanted Nosweir out, but I'm pretty sure it was actually the management. It was the organization who I'm pretty sure didn't tell any of the players or the coaches about Nosweir's basically sudden departure. And this is obviously what Leviathan tweeted out, basically saying that Nosweir will not be starting for the team, and I'm pretty sure will be the substitute player for the team. I'm pretty sure, and basically just saying like blah 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 blah. I mean, he's gone. He's a great player. All that other stuff. Basically, what normal, basically a normal team would probably say about a player. However, here's Nosweir basically sharing his thoughts, basically saying like it's a shame that how it turned out. But he respects the decision as a professional. Doesn't really know what he's going to be doing in basically next. But he'll continue to basically be a part of his dreams to start competing still. So he still wants to compete, which is good. And I do hope that he at least gets into a team, which most likely could be in tier 2. I don't think there's gonna be any tier 1 spots. Maybe with Loud, not really too sure, but it is a bit of a shame of what happened with Nosweir. However, more stuff happened that King actually basically tweeted out. Basically, I talk about Mazzino's part. Basically, Mazzino was basically talking about the whole situation. I'm pretty sure basically not agreeing with what the management basically did. Basically, saying it was poor timing. And they handled it basically in a shit way. And he also messaged Nosweir about his apologies of what happened in the situation in which he could have done something better. King basically responded to that, basically saying a bit more in depth, basically saying that what happened on Christmas was a series of unfortunate events that escaped the control of the players and the staff, ended in a meeting that should never have been. And I think that is something that Leviathan could have handled better from a start with the information they had. 7 days ago, I spoke with Nosweir privately, apologizing for how the situation occurred, in addition to other things that I could have done better as a colleague, basically saying that he will respect him and other stuff. So, the players were also not too happy, and the main player that was not too happy was Aspas. Aspas basically saying it was difficult, want to make clear how incredible Nosweir is, and I'm pretty sure he basically left Leviathan to play with Nosweir. But now that Nosweir is gone, I'm not really too sure, because I'm pretty sure he said that something about like the management is basically like if this management was bad, I'll probably join EG or something, but I can't really find the tweet. So it's a messy situation over there in Leviathan, and we'll see what happens, but it's pretty messy right now over in Leviathan. But for the other rosters, it's basically all the same, so it doesn't really matter. EMEA, once again, no changes at all. So don't know about the Vitality and Koi. Speaking of Koi, I want to quickly mention as well that Koi, I'm pretty sure now has a merger with Movistar, I'm pretty sure. So I think the VCT team will be called Movistar Koi, While the game changer side would be called Movistar Mad Lions, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure Mad Lions is under that banner of Overactive Media. So that's something to mention as well. That is a merger between Koi and Movistar. Pacific, once again, nothing. It doesn't really matter. I mean, all the rosters have basically been announced, so we just move on swiftly. And the main thing I want to talk about is China, because there's been a lot of stuff happening in China. So first off, Edward Gaming, they are basically all this. I mean, they're sticking together. I'm not even surprised about that. FunPlus Phoenix is where we get to see some of the changes. I'm pretty sure we took that live. Live is rumored to be joining FunPlus Phoenix as the new duelist. It looks like Autumn, he's actually going to go down as an initiator. I think he might actually probably be a flex player, to be honest. I think I saw something as well that Autumn is willing to be the flex player for the team. So he's most likely going to be the flex player, looks like, but I'm not really too sure. Billy is where we get very interesting. So along with Wizzy, Yosemite Knight, and Bianc, it's looking likely though that Bear will be joining the team. Now, I don't know a lot about Bear. I don't even know what team he was in. But I mean, if he's that good to be part of possibly a top 4 team, then so be it. I mean, yeah, that's already a good sign. But the most interesting thing is that RB is rumored to be joining Bilibili Gaming. And if that's the case, what the fuck? I'm sorry, I do not see this at all. I would be very surprised if this ever happened, but I do not see this at all. I think this is totally just from the rumor mill, and I just don't see this happening. If this happens, I will eat a shoe. And it's also looking like, to quickly mention about Arby as well, he's also rumored to be joining Tunte Esports Club as well. But Black, he's already announced apparently will returning. So I highly doubt that RB is going to be in Titan Esports Club. The most likely one, if he's going to be in China, is probably Bilibili, but I'm not really too sure on that. But we'll see. All Gamers looking like it's going to be a new roster, which I'm not really surprised about, which includes Spitfires, Saw 9, which is interesting, Delb, Bunk, I'm pretty sure that I meant to say Buns, and Monk. I'm pretty sure that it is actually supposed to say Buns. So some players actually from Bilibili Gaming, former players I should say from Bilibili, mainly Spitfires, who was like the 6th player, Bunt and Monk. So it looks like that is going to be one player from Bilibili, that being Spitfires. I think Saw 9, he has had previous playing experience before he went to Everywhere Gaming, so not really surprised there. Delb, what did Delb play? 17 Gaming, I'm pretty sure. He's a Malaysian player, I'm pretty sure. And then Bunt and Monk, both of them are formerly from Attack and Soul Esports. So that's a decent roster, probably mid-pack team in my opinion. Nova Esports is looking like it's gonna be exactly the same, other than Never, who apparently is a Russian player, and it looks like JL will be the reserve player. I'm not really too sure what to really say about this roster. I think if this roster on paper played, I think it's gonna be maybe a back end team. I think it's gonna be around maybe like the 8th to 11th range, in my opinion. If this is gonna be the team, I don't know a lot about these players. I'll be honest. I have not watched these players, so I'm not really too sure. But if I have to guess, probably somewhere at like the deep end, maybe like 8th to 11th. Trace Esports, they've already apparently announced their roster. I expect this team to be a top 5 team, in my opinion. Top 5, maybe top 4, but highly doubt it. Titan Esports Club, they're building a pretty interesting roster. So it looks like Arbo, who was basically Edward Gaming's star child, basically. He was like on loan from Tyloo, I'm pretty sure, and then went to another team, I think. I think it was All Gamers. I'm pretty sure he went to All Gamers at some point. So he's officially joined Titan Esports Club apparently, along with Black and QE. I apologize if I mispronounced his name, but those three, they're basically returning, which is interesting. Kawaii would not be returning; he's gone from the team, and Shameless, he's likely to be rejoining back. I'm pretty sure. And once again, RB is there, like I mentioned before. Lock M, what team was Lock M in? I think it was like in a top challengers team in China, but I can't remember what team he was in, and it's really pissing me off. I can't remember. But he's gonna be but he's possibly gonna be the assistant coach maybe for the team, which is interesting, along with Water as a head coach, and then Aid and XTN. Not really too sure on their future. Are they gonna be returning maybe as a reserve? Are they going to be one of them going to be taking Kawhi's spot? Not really too sure. However, the main thing I want to talk about is JD Gaming, which is basically going to be picking up the Rev Adam core. Remember when I talked about Mr. Connie and Jakuro? Yeah, that's all gonna be happening. It's looking like this is gonna be the roster here with Stu, Yihao, Viva, Martin, and obviously because that they need well, they can't have two imports, so they're gonna be adding Happy Way. Happy Way was, I think, somewhere in Ascension. I think he was in Dragon Ranger Gaming. No, Nightwings Gaming. I think I'm pretty sure. Might be wrong. So I'm pretty sure he actually played pretty well. I remember seeing Happy Way, and he actually played decently, and he was like, he did impress me. So he impressed me quite a lot. Their coaches though are pretty stacked. They're gonna be keeping Val analysis, but they're gonna be getting Yeoman. So technically, the core of Rare Adam are sticking together. It's just that obviously with different roles. Who's gonna be the IGL for this team? I don't know, but JD Gaming, oh, they're gonna be fan favorites in my opinion. I think they're definitely gonna be out there with like Edward Gaming, Fun Plus Phoenix, Billy Gaming, basically the three giants of China. They're definitely going to be up there. They're going to be competing for wins. They could be competing probably maybe for a winner of kickoff or in split 1 or split 2. JD Gaming, they're looking good. So there's a reason why Riot chose JD Gaming because they are because of this. I mean, honestly, I don't think Riot would like. I don't think Ryan knew that they were going to pick up the Rare Adam core, but it's great to see that the Rare Adam boys are getting picked up by a very, very good team with JD Gaming. So I'm really, really, really excited to see how they go. Tyler, rumor has it that the Attack and Soul esports player of HFMI is going to be joining the team to replace Ice King. Interesting choice. I mean, HFMI didn't really impress me that much. I'll be honest. He was just kind of there. I'm pretty sure as well. I think on their final match, I don't think he even got played. I'm pretty sure. I think he was mainly a sub player. So I'm not really too sure about that, but it'll be interesting. Wolves Esports, the most questionable team ever. The roster includes Spring, which is likely, and then Bluya and Coldfish, is rumored. Coldfish, I think he used to play for Tyler, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know where Bluya came from. Eurocall, Attack and Soul Esports, and Plix, which is interesting. He will be, he's formerly from Billy Gaming, I'm pretty sure. And then named as the coach. Now, it is worth mentioning that apparently, okay, this is apparently, according to some stuff, that Plexus will not be considered as an import player. I don't really know why that's a thing. Obviously, I'm pretty sure he does have Chinese heritage, but I don't really know why he wouldn't be considered as an import. I mean, I'm pretty sure he is born in Australia, so I think he should be an import. But apparently, I've seen stuff that Plex would not be known as an import player. So if that's the case, then they could sign another star player from like another region, basically what Bleed did. But I don't think that's gonna be happening in my opinion. That's not gonna be happening. I'll be very surprised if they do, but that's not gonna be happening. So I think Plex will probably be the import player. But as a decent roster, I think middle of the pack in my opinion for this team. I mean, they have some good pieces, especially with Spring, who is a phenomenal duelist. They have Plex, who is a pretty good IGL, but for some reason he ran like Yoru like on Bind and other maps, which is quite weird. I mean, Bind that could make sense, but maybe the other maps aren't really too sure. And Eurocall, he's a really good player. Pretty sure also play for Attack and Soul Esports and also play for FPX for a bit. I guess like the players I'm a bit worried about is really Coldfish and Belia. I have not watched any of their matches, so I don't really know how they're going to be handled, especially on this team. And the final team is Dragon Ranger Gaming. And mostly we know that Xeno is basically gone because of imports and they want to keep Akasha, which absolutely makes sense. And the player replacing him is Hato. Now, that name sounds familiar, and I don't really know where that came from. But obviously, obviously, yes, he was part of a team. I just can't remember what team he was a part of, which is kind of annoying me. But Hato coming in as a flex, a really good replacement, so I'm not really too fussed about that. And then Yu Chien is, I'm pretty sure, I'm guessing he's good. Apparently, he's rumored to be the coach, which I don't really understand. If Yu Chien is going to be the coach, okay. I mean, it'd be cool because at least he's out because he's had a lot of experience playing in Valorant, so he could definitely help them. But I mean, I think LT he was all right still as a coach, and apparently I think said he was also there as a coach as well, and I think he was also really good. So I think he would have maybe kept just one of them or even both of them and have UGN and just maybe as a assistant coach or something. But I don't really know. But that is just basically all the roster rumors that we know about China. Look forward as well for the basically at the end of January to maybe early February about all these rosters basically being confirmed and stuff. So that would be really interesting. And then I'll probably make a tier list maybe on all the other regions as well. So now I'd like you now guys to like, comment, and subscribe. It would really help me, especially on this channel as we start obviously 2024. China have been making a lot of changes, Pacific nothing, EMEA. So nothing about Koi and Vitality, but it's absolutely worth mentioning about the merger between Movistar and Koi. And then America's, what the hell was happening with Leviathan and Nolswear? No one knows. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys on next time in the next one. Goodbye.